There can be no talk of any central structures. The course of the Ukrainian parliament has been chosen. It was proposed that a minister of defense be selected. Morozov, one of the commanders of air forces in the Ukraine, was selected. Both externally and internally, the political and economic affairs of the Estonian Republic are developing rapidly. Edward Savisaar has presented a program. There are 2 stages in the development of Estonia on the path towards development of independence and independent structures. They determined goals for the next 3 years, 3 months, 3 weeks. As you know, the Estonian Republic has been recognized by over 40 states. We have to do everything in our power to make sure that this country does not become a weakly developed country. The economic borders of Estonia have opened. In Narva, goods are being halted on their way in, halted unlicensed import. Railroad blockades in Moldavia are continuing in connection with the Russian leader Igor Smirnov in Moldova. New powers can emerge with the receding of the CPSU. We are studying the concept of emergency powers. Yanayev, former vice president, exceeded his powers. And imagine if he had managed to get through with this coup, they would have supported him in the CPSU. Now, commentary on the situation in the Soviet Union. Our correspondent Pavel Kuznetsov. Our bloody history has been evidenced by the past few days. Gorbachev had warned about these possible bloody conflicts. Many were horrified. In Nagorno-Karabakh, conflicts between Armenians and Azerbaijanis, and in Kyrgyzstan, in southern Ossetia, it's in Valley. Ossetians want the right to self-determination. Both in Moldova, both Moldovans and Russians want their rights. There are other types of conflicts. Political strikes in Azerbaijan among both supporters and opposition of nomenclatura and party structures. In the Ukraine and in the former Russian autonomous areas, talking about centralization of power, that Nazarbayev will not be a younger brother to any one republic. An extraordinary session of the RSFSR Parliament can be convened at any time. We were just brought this footage from the Organization of Democratic Russia. They're discussing the work of the Congress today. We just brought that footage. People are arriving in Moscow. People are coming to talk with both Yeltsin and with Gorbachev to find out who's going to determine policies in various republics. Yeltsin remains a riddle for them. They want to watch the steps in the development of the structure of political and economic structures. Notes of confrontation have been brought out with regard to other republics. Yeltsin announced that Russia would never be an older brother. Now, Yeltsin and Gorbachev are trying to prevent the uncontrolled breakup of the Soviet Union. But the political scientists of politicians of various countries are still interested in who's going to be in charge. Are there two winners here? Is Yeltsin going to resolve this? And is Gorbachev going to resolve these issues? Are they going to work together? But some feel that they will not be able to divide power between themselves. Today's international events aimed at our country, the Romanian Parliament, the Romanian Republic considers the independence of Moldova a good resolution. A decisive resolution. Lithuanian Society of the United States celebrate the U.S. recognition of Lithuania. The CNN reports that Ukrainians are going to be selling the agricultural products. Whom is that going to hurt? Report from Cosmos. An extraordinary meeting in The Hague of European ministers to consider the Yugoslav situation. This is an extremely complex situation. In the Croatian city of Osijek, new armed confrontations took place. There were victims, and there was shooting at living residences, apartment houses. Shamir had a meeting with the Romanian representative, and Romania asked for Israeli investment in Romania. Agreements between John Major and the Chinese on the construction of the new Hong Kong airport. A cocaine bust took place in Boston. 10 people have been arrested. A major cocaine bust. 2 apartment buildings burned in New York. 2 people died. 10 were wounded. A gas leak was probable cause of this fire in New York. Member of the editorial board of editors must not be over 55.
Большинство молодых журналистов «Известий» предпочитают сегодня больше писать сами, нежели определять направление газеты. Тем более, что желание коллектива недавно сбылось.
More within the editorial board want to be writers themselves within Известия to do their own work. The entire collective today formed decided the composition of the editorial board. In general, I regard this fairly well. But as you know, the CPSU none of these organizations particularly influenced us. What is your evaluation of work during the push? Известия remained a mass